All right, welcome everybody. This is another weekly review. We're going to cover the top 5 analysts of the week in the Steady Trades Discord. This is Trade Hunter here. Let's just jump right into it. Week of 9/12 through 9/16. Number 1, starting off strong, we have Carsoni. He's been a feature for the past 4 or 5 weeks straight. He alerted a nice, cheap 20-cent call. The 9/16, 303, 33 calls on Tesla. Why I love this, it's so cheap. It's great for people with small accounts, but this thing went 100% and more. So let's take a look at how this played out. He alerted on the break overview up. And as we kept going here, we kept getting up closer to some of the higher SMAs, alerted trim at the 50, and then it just kept going. Really took off after a while, went well over 100%. He called 100% and a runner, and look at that. Went almost in the money for the day. What a great play. Number 2, let's check out Profit here. Profit is both a day trader and a swing trader. Let's check out one of his swing trades. I'd like to highlight a lot of the day trades, but I want to show you this swing trade right here. XOM 95 100 call debit spread. He took on 9/9 over the weekend, swung 125% in 2 trading days, closed 80% of his position and held some runners. The runners kept going more, about 125% swing over the weekend. Excellent play right there by Profit. Here we are on Friday the 9th. Let's check out how this played out. Immediately gapped up at open and then ran hard. This was a great over the weekend swing. That's tough to do, so props to Profit for calling such a great weekend swing. For number 3, I want to highlight one of my own trades that I announced for the CPI on the 13th. I announced 9/14, 405 puts and 4/16 calls for SPY as a straddle. Straddle is a great strategy when you expect volatility but not sure what direction. The net cost per straddle, meaning a 405 put and a 4/16 call bought at the same time, was $340 per straddle, right, or 3.4 in contract terms. When we got CPI data the next day, we absolutely demolished 405. They went in the money 180%. Our net gain, because the 4/16s went to almost zero, was about 80%. The straddle was a nice, safe strategy for the CPI data, which provided a lot of volatility in the market. Let's check out how that played out. Immediately gapped when we opened, right down into 401 and kept on sinking. I could have held it a lot longer, but I wanted to get that profit and make sure that members got that profit as well. All right, number 4 here, we have Bryce. Bryce on this day, 9/15, was mostly bearish on everything, and it was a mostly bearish day on the market. But he was able to catch a change in trends middle of the day and call out some nice XPS calls for 50% gain on a bearish day. Right here, he suspected that ES was going to head back towards supply. He was right, and that is what allowed him to play calls on an overall bearish day that was trending down pre-market into open. Now the rest of the day ended up trending downwards, but this was a great example of how technical analysis can play out in your favor. And number 5, last but certainly not least, we have Red, who alerted Tesla. September 16th, 305 calls as a lotto. They ended up going well over 100%. He called a trim at 75%, and runners would have gone almost 200%. Let's look at how this played out. Red alert calls right at open, and as you can see, Tesla immediately took off despite underlying market conditions, and runners for the rest of the day just kept running if you held them. What a great play by Red. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review of the top 5 analyst plays for the week of 9/12 through 9/16. If you have any questions, leave a comment, get a hold of us, join the Discord. We have hundreds of alerts like this every single week from the strongest team around. And happy trading, everybody.